JB Gang!
What's up? What's good?
How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
doing?
What's going on, JB Gang?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back, welcome back.
So today we got a good video for y'all.
Oh, sookie now. What it is?
So basically, you guys have been asking me ever since we started this YouTube how I got my scars. Well, guess what? I'm finally gonna spill the tea on how I got my scars and also how I broke my skull. Because I know a lot of you guys commented saying you want to know about that.
Ooh, I love tea.
All right, so let's get to it. Y'all, but you already know what we gotta do before we start the video. We gotta do the post notification gang.
Yay, yay. All right, y'all, the game member today is Uba Ali. Prince Ali, Uba says, hey, Justina and Brian, you are the funniest YouTube couple I've ever watched on YouTube. Us? Wait, babe, finish this. I'm gonna cry.
What?
I can't.
No,
I
you
can't,
can do
Uba.
it.
I can't.
You can do it.
Okay, I'll try. Uba, you better stop. I'm so surprised you haven't reached 100K subs. A lot of love from Australia. Ooh, I love Australia. Never been there, but I love what I hear about it. Uba, you made my day, buddy.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with him. You got him emotional. We should probably just get to the video.
Take it. Go to the video.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, got my snacks, bowl of cereal, dry. I'm ready for story time. I used to love story time, guys, so I'm ready.
You're too hyped for this.
Let's get this going. Today's story, guys, how Justina broke her skull and got her scars.
The day that the incident happened was September 23rd, 2008. I was 11 years old. I was in middle school. I think that it's important that you guys know that it was still fairly like the beginning of the school year. So basically, you know, it was still pretty fun going to school, you know, seeing your friends. Yeah, getting back in the swing of things, riding the school bus even. It was cool. Keep that, you know, noted. All right?
Hey, comment below. I want to know how everybody acts in the beginning of the school year. I know I'm going to get some crazy comments. Because I know I was a wild animal in the beginning of the year. Like, parents couldn't handle me. I was crazy. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Back to the story. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So this particular morning went a little different in the Odell household, okay? Basically, instead of riding the school bus in the morning, my mom drove us to school. And, you know, that did not happen often. So we had a good time. We were jamming out in the car, playing music and stuff like that, you know. Woo-woo! Something else that I want you guys to keep in mind is that same day, my school had a fire drill where, you know, like those little drills that they, like, teach you what to do in case of a fire and stuff.
I was a bad kid, so.
I bet you were.
Another time.
Oh, it's important that you guys also know that I didn't ride the school bus by myself. I rode the school bus with my siblings, Natalie,
get out of here.
and Josh. So the school day goes by. Really nothing important is to be said about that, honestly. It was middle school. But at the end of the day, when it was time to go to the buses, I didn't really want to get on the bus for some reason. I don't know why, because earlier in the morning, Mom offered to pick us up from school. And I was just like, no, it's cool, I'll ride the bus. Because like I said, it was fun to ride the bus early in the school year, you know?
Bad things be happening on that bus. I know y'all know about it.
I don't know what you be doing on the bus. But yeah, so basically at the end of the day, for some reason, I was just like not feeling it. Like I didn't really want to get on the bus. So my friend was like, oh, well, let's just keep walking around and chit chat and let's go to the car pickup line. So I was like, all right. So we were trying to head to the car line, but my teacher stopped us because she was like,
I know that you're a bus rider. You need to be going to the bus. What are you doing?
I know that you're a bus rider. You need to be going to the bus. What are you doing?
So we went to the school bus. Keep that in mind.
Teachers always trying to discipline. Mind your own business.
Mind your business.
If I want to go get picked up by my mama, let me get picked up by my mama.
So keep this all in mind, guys, okay? Because these are all coincidences. Okay, so basically I get on the bus. First thing I do, go pick my seat next to my friend on the bus or whatever. And then I went back to say hi to my siblings. By the time I get back to my seat, guess what happened?
Guess what happened?
Somebody stole your seat, didn't they?
Somebody stole my seat. And not just somebody. It was a girl that didn't like me too, y'all.
Yo, I used to hate when somebody stole my seat. I used to lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the story. One more time.
I tell her, and my friend that was saving the seat for me tells her like, oh, Justina was sitting there, you know. But she was one of those girls that's like,
What is your name on it?
It was about to get juicy, ain't it? You hit it 2 times, didn't you? Nah, you kept it classy. All right,
No.
what'd you do? What'd you do?
So my sister in the back is, of course, being an older sister, you know.
Get about her seat. What are you doing?
Oh,
Right.
Natalie don't play.
What ends up happening is I squish into the seat, so now it's 3 of us in one seat. Me, the girl that doesn't like me, and my friend.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
It is, but what's gonna happen? I'm gonna let her bully me? No. Now we're riding on the school bus, you know, school bus things, dropping kids off, goofing around, whatever. Fast forward, we're getting close to my stop. I was talking to my friend and she was telling me how she has a crush on my brother. Now, that is not a big deal. Everybody had a crush on my brother, to be honest. Like, who didn't, pretty much? My brother's hands down.
Josh, let me find out you was a little player in middle school, high school, whatever grade you was in. I see, boy.
So anyways, you know me, I'm just all like, oh, really, girl? Like, wow, really? You know, whatever. We get to my bus stop. I get up to get off of the bus. And BAM! It's the last thing I remember, guys.
For real?
Yes.
I'm learning stuff too. I didn't know it happened like that. It was just like, bam! I don't remember.
So everything goes black.
Damn. Wait,
Reason-
as you were getting off the bus?
Yeah, I stand up to get my things, and that's it. Just everything goes black. I don't remember anything after that.
That's crazy.
Basically, the reason why it went to black, guys, is because a semi-truck crashed into the back of my school bus going 60 miles per hour. Now, it's important that you guys know the reason that was even able to happen was because for some freaking weird reason, our school bus was located like, it was pretty much a highway, guys. It was like 2 lanes on one side, 2 lanes on the other side going in the opposite direction or something. And it was like 60 miles per hour was like the speed limit.
He was following the speed limit, but he hit a bus that was completely stopped.
Yeah, so my bus would completely stop. It would kind of like pull over a little bit, but like not too much. It would put on its flashing lights and put out the little stop thing, and it would stop, and we would get off the bus. Because I was in the middle of the aisle getting off, I went flying backwards because the semi-truck hit the school bus and pushed it up the highway the length of a football field. So me being on the inside of the school bus, imagine I would go flying backwards because it's now being pushed down the highway.
It went the length of a football field? Went 120 yards? That's crazy. All right, let's keep it going.
So now, you know, I don't remember anything at this moment. I'm unconscious. I actually ended up in the back of the school bus, towards the back of the school bus. So my brother was unconscious as well. My sister was unconscious, but she actually woke up. From her own words, she was saying that pretty much she just didn't know what was going on. You know, like she just heard screaming, people jumping over each other, climbing over the seats to try to get off the bus. And she was just like really delirious, like didn't know where she was, what was going on. And she found her way off the bus. She was just following everybody.
Hold on. Wait though. Like, how does that happen though? How does someone, like, he didn't see the school bus? Like, it was stopped with the lights and the stop sign, and you can see that. So,
Yeah.
And it's a big yellow object on wheels.
Basically, the truck driver said that he never saw the school bus.
So he said that he never saw the school bus, big yellow thing in broad daylight?
Yes.
Okay.
He was texting and driving, and he was also sleep deprived. Basically, truck drivers, they have like a whole schedule that they have to follow. You know, there's a certain time that they're supposed to be sleeping, and there's a certain time they're supposed to be driving.
So he admitted to texting and driving?
All I know is they had his phone records and saw that around the same time he was sending text messages. So they knew he was texting and driving.
You guys are the only ones that got hurt? You, Josh, and Nat?
There were multiple injuries, multiple people got hurt, and a beautiful girl passed away. Her name was Margay, and she was 13.
One time for Margay out there.
My brother got hurt. He actually, a cool story about that is that something cut the back of his head, and it cut him so deep that it was like an inch from his like brainstem. They think the reason why it wasn't able to like cut deep enough was because of the padding of his dreadlocks.
Josh, your dreads saved your life, man. Yeah, man, Jamaica. But wait, what happened to the truck driver?
And I didn't hear anything about him getting hurt that bad. I also was told that I guess he pretended to be a bystander.
Oh,
when that
hell
happened.
no.
So he was trying to pretend like he wasn't the guy that caused the accident, pretty much.
What? No way. Yo, he tried to be a bystander? That mother. Go ahead, keep on with the story. All right, so you were unconscious. Josh was unconscious. Natalie got off the bus. Thank God. But how did you guys get off the bus?
By the time Nat realized that we were on the school bus, because remember guys, she's disoriented herself. I'm pretty sure she had a concussion. By the time she realized that we were on the school bus, nobody would let her get on. They were literally holding her back, and nobody was trying to get on themselves either because the school bus was literally on fire.
It was on fire?
Yeah.
Damn.
How we got off the bus is amazing. How we got off the bus is from my mama.
Woo! Mama Ronnie! This is your moment right here.
The whole story behind my mom saving us is amazing.
This is like my favorite part of the story. Mama Ronnie comes through, hero! Woo woo!
So mom's at home. She knows that the time is about to be coming for her to pick us up from the school bus. She was in a bra, some shorts, no shoes on, right? So she's like, all right, let me go put on a shirt to go get the kids. Something tells her, no, go. Literally a voice in her head, like, yells at her. And so she's like, okay, like, she's thinking, like, well, I can't go like this. But the voice in her head is like, no, go. You don't have time. So she runs to the car. She's like, okay, obviously I'm going crazy. I'm in a bra right now, shorts and no shoes. But she runs in the car. She's like throwing the car in reverse. She almost hits our neighbor's fence. She's like acting like a nut, right? And she has no idea what happened. So anyway, she speeds off down the street to our bus stop, and she looks in front of her where the bus usually is, and she's like, okay, I'm crazy. I just freaked out for no reason at all. And then she starts to hear screaming. And she starts to notice that all the cars on the highway are pulled off. So she gets out of the car. Remember, I told you guys it pushed the school bus a football field's length down the highway. So she looks down the highway, and that's where she saw our bus. So immediately, yeah.
Yo, Mama Ronnie, if I were you, I would have fainted. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that feels. Keep it going.
So then she's running down the freaking highway alongside the bus on fire, and she sees my sister, and my sister screams to her that we're on the bus, and immediately my mom gets on the bus. In my mom's head, she's thinking like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna see Nat again. I don't know what's about to happen, but there's no way that she can leave us on the bus. So she gets on the bus. Remember guys, she's in her bra and shorts and bare feet in a burning school bus. So anyways, my mom gets on the bus and she's going down the aisle. She's looking left and right, doesn't see anybody. And then finally she sees my brother's dreadlocks. She noticed that he was like hunched over, he was on the ground, and she's shaking him, and she's like, get up Josh, get up, yelling at him, you have to get up, you have to get up, you have to get off the bus. And she just said he kept like opening his eyes and then closing his eyes. You know how people are like, you get crazy strength in like crazy times like that? Well, she said that didn't happen. She could not carry Josh off that bus.
It's okay, Ronnie. You didn't have the strength of a hero, but you had the courage of a hero.
So he wakes up and he's like getting off the bus, and so she turns around and she's going back, and then she sees a little girl under the seats. She couldn't see her face, she just saw her blonde hair. And then she sees me, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna grab Jacina and I'm gonna try to carry her, and I'm gonna grab the girl by her feet. My mom goes to grab me, right? She actually noticed that I was right by the engine of the semi-truck. So the engine of the semi-truck went into the back of my school bus. And what they think happened is I actually hit the engine of the semi-truck. So when my mom flipped me over and she saw my face, the only thing that allowed her to recognize me when I was able to open my eyes was my eyes. My forehead actually came down like a newspaper, like it rolled down. My forehead actually came down like a newspaper, like it rolled down. She said at that moment she just wanted to sit down and just hold me. But she knew that she had to like move quickly because literally the tires are exploding on the school bus. She's like trying to grab a hold of me. She said there's honestly like blood everywhere. She could barely grab a hold of me, so she's like grabbing me by my shirt and stuff and trying to pull me down the aisle. Finally, she pulls me to the front of the bus when somebody got on, and she's like, here, take her. Then there was an explosion. He turns around to get off the bus without grabbing me. So my mom's like, oh my gosh, this guy's about to leave us on here. So she screams on the top of her lungs, you take her. And he turned back around, and then she put me in his arms and he took me off the bus. So my mom's now like up where the steps are on the school bus, and she turns around. I'm getting emotional. She turns around to go back for Margay, the little girl that passed away under the seats. And the total back of the bus just exploded. And there was like a big wave of like black heat and like stuff like hitting my mom. She couldn't see anything at all anymore. Firefighters actually say like it's a very serious explosion when you're dealing with like tractor trailers and like vehicles and stuff like that. And nobody can tell you how my mom didn't get severely hurt from that explosion. Like nobody can tell you how, because they say they've literally lost firefighters in like full gear to stuff like that.
That's your superhero power. You're invincible.
So my mom couldn't see anything at that point. But then she sees like a glimpse of like green and a glimpse of light. So she starts to follow it, and then she's able to find her way down the steps. And from then it was just flames shooting out the window. She didn't have time to save Margay.
Do you remember anything? Like from your mom carrying you off?
I do remember, and it's like super vague. It's almost like a dream, and I think it's because I was like coming in and out of consciousness. I remember seeing my sister crying, and I remember wondering why she was crying, and I remember her telling me not to go to sleep, and then I also remember feeling like a lot of pressure, like on my forehead. The pressure was actually two nurses that were on their way home, saw the accident, and pulled over and came to try to help. They were actually holding my forehead down to try to stop the bleeding. And so that's why I felt like I was being held down.
Shout out to those two nurses. You probably saved my girlfriend's life.
Yeah, so I just remember that, and I remember saying how much it hurt. I just remember saying how much it hurt. And then fast forward to me waking up in the hospital pretty much.
Hold on a second. Can't skip all the way there. Where are all these injuries that we told JB Gang you had?
I got hit in the head with a semi-truck engine, so I shattered my skull that way. My skull was broken in multiple places, so I had to get metal plates for that. I had to get reconstructive surgery on my forehead because it came down, so they had to like literally pull it back up and like sew it and stuff. I had damaged eye sockets. I broke my nose. I had glass in my neck right here. I had multiple lacerations, like here, my elbow, my lip. I was in critical condition, and I was actually in a coma for a few days. There's actually more than that. Like if I were to read you all the injuries, it's literally like I would be flipping sheets. Because they gave like me a whole packet on all the injuries and stuff, but I don't have it. They told my mom when I got into the hospital, they made her sign a waiver to do brain surgery. And they were like, if I wake up at all, chances are I will be a vegetable or brain dead or blind. But I ended up waking up. I didn't have any of those things. And they said that I should probably be in the hospital up to like 6 weeks. And by the 6th day, they wanted to release me. They were all calling me the miracle child. They were saying that I healed so quickly that it was a miracle, and that instead of being in there for like several weeks, I was in there for like several days.
I got a miracle baby. How many of y'all got a miracle baby? I got one.
I had like the most amazing nurses and doctors. Shout out to all of them at Shands Hospital in Gainesville, Florida. Honestly, shout out to all the doctors and nurses everywhere for saving people's lives like that. Like, that's just, I owe you guys my life, like, honestly. And everybody that's on the front lines right now with this coronavirus, helping people, like, shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVP.
For real. Risking your life every day to help others. Don't nobody else call you a hero. You a hero in our book. That's a crazy story. I got some crazy stories, but that's a crazy story. Did you learn anything? Like, this is a huge life experience.
I think the biggest thing that I could say that like I have taken out of that experience is just that things in your life that you just don't have any control over. The more that you try to take control, the harder life is gonna be for you. I dealt with like very extreme like survivor's guilt after that. Like, there were times that I wished that I died instead of Margay. Like, I didn't understand why like I deserved to live and she didn't, is what it felt like. And honestly, like, that can cause so much unnecessary pain in your life when you're constantly trying to question situations that you don't have control over. Like, I could go on and on, like, well, what if that girl that tried to take my seat, what if I would have just...
Baby needs a hug.
What if I would have just let her take my seat? Like, would I have, like, maybe not gotten hurt so bad? Or like, what if my teacher didn't force me to go to the bus when they saw me going to the car line or something like that? Or what if I freaking would have let my mom pick me up from school when she asked me, do you want me to pick you up instead of take the bus? When you try to do all these what ifs, like, all that does is hurt you, because I didn't have control over that happening. You know, it was meant to happen. Every little detail led up to that moment. Me telling my mom, no, it's fine, I'll take the bus. My teacher telling me, no, you get on the bus, when she saw me going towards the car line. Like, all these things happened because that moment was supposed to happen. So trying to control certain things in your life just because they're tough and they don't make sense to you at the moment is not the healthiest choice for you. The healthiest choice for you is to just try to focus on what you can control. And what you can control is the way that you respond to the things that happen in your life and the way that you decide to perceive things that happen in your life. Sometimes things happen in life that are beyond our understanding, especially at that moment, and you just gotta look at every situation as an opportunity to grow and just try to go with the flow of life, you know.
I couldn't have said it better, babe.
Thanks, man.
Well spoken. You almost sound like Wayne Dyer up in this thing. Damn. What are you, an inspirational speaker? There you have it, guys. Justina Odell.
Alright guys, you have reached the end of the video. Honestly, I could go on and on about my story for days, guys. There's just so much stuff. And I know I'm gonna have my family calling me like, hey, you forgot, blah, blah, blah. And I know I forgot a lot, guys, okay? But basically, that's the gist of it.
Man, I learned new things today. She definitely left out a lot of details when I heard the story, so I'm happy about the story time. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys. I wish I had popcorn and brownies and stuff like that. You guys like story time? Let us know, because we are down for more.
Alright guys, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, okay? And also turn on your post notifications, hashtag post notification gang below, so we can shout you out.
Yeah, all right, y'all. Be easy, take care. We love you. Adios.